Thank you very much, sir. I think in our first session, we did a pretty good job in terms of what's happened to you guys, and you can always, you military servants, can hear by our questioning that we're very concerned, and I'm sure the entire Congress would be. I'd like to use this time to talk more about the incident, what actually happened, if it was any recordings, if you took any notes, and anything else you might help to educate us in terms of what we're looking at in line with what this hearing is about. And I think I'll just go down the line here. I think I'd like to do Mr. Pope first, Frascona second, and then we'll have the two servicemen. Mr. Pope.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We have, I guess, a significant problem in terms of the evidence record that despite the fact that the Ministry of Defense case file has now been declassified and released, and you'll have some of the papers, the document that I referred to, dated February the 16th, in the final paragraph where it mentions that General Gabriel visited the base, papers relating to that visit have not yet been located. And it's my hope that this would be perhaps the key in unlocking not just John and Jim's quest for their medical records, but perhaps a wider revelation of what it is that we're dealing with. Because clearly if the Commander-in-Chief, United States Air Force, visited, and we know exactly because of that document the timescale, it must be between the date of the incident itself and 16th of February. People, whether they be journalists or attorneys or whoever, have a very narrow window of time to go after the paper trail that must exist, clearly must exist, showing why such a senior United States Air Force officer visited those bases. And it seems to me that there must be questions that could be asked along the lines of, may we have the paperwork relating to the General's visit, to the items of evidence which were removed, presumably back to his headquarters at Ramstein, to any investigation that was done either at Ramstein or by headquarters, USAF or DOD, or indeed by any other agency. So I think there is this possibility that armed with the declassified Ministry of Defense document, we now know what we want.
That's a good point. That's a good point.